Well, since 2006, Rainbow Railroad has helped more than 800 LGBTQI people escape violence and persecution in their home countries. But because of COVID-19 restrictions, a lot of their work has slowed, and vulnerable people around the world have been put at even greater risk. The amazing work the organization does will be featured in this week's episode of Canada's Drag Race, when Rainbow Railroad newcomers will be paired up with queens for an unforgettable makeover and experience. With more, the executive director of Rainbow Railroad, Kamali Powell, is joining us from Toronto. Good to see you again. We've highlighted your organization many times on this program, and it is fascinating work that you do and important work you do around the country.
Yeah, thanks for having me this morning.
Kamali, when the pandemic hit, what did that mean for Rainbow Railroad and the work that you do to help people globally?
Yeah, just like everyone else, we had to adjust our work to suit the times. At one point during the spring, remarkably, every land border was practically closed, meaning that people who were facing violence and persecution had limited options for escape. If you can imagine what it was like to be at your home during that time, trapped without a lot of resources while we were under restrictions of movement. Imagine that in countries where you are being persecuted because of your sexual orientation or gender identity. It was a lot of adjustments that needed to be made, but we have been continuing our work to ensure people at risk have options for safety.
Yeah, I think it's important to remind people there are still 70 countries around the world where being gay is illegal and in some places punishable by death. A lot of countries have strict travel restrictions right now. It makes it very difficult to leave. How have you been able to help people who can't, because of the pandemic, leave their home country?
We've been able to do a number of things. First and foremost, we've been able to make sure people are safe, even if they have to stay within their home countries. That might mean temporary relocation of another part of a country, access to resources, and in some remarkable cases, being able to move people outside the country. And, even though we understand that we are all doing everything we can to curb COVID-19, that does not mean we should stop resettling refugees. We can safely resettle refugees while looking out for public health.
The Queens of Canada's Drag Race got a chance to support some of the Rainbow Railroad newcomers in this week's episode. So how did all that come to be? What happened?
It's a remarkable story. About a year ago, the executive producer reached out to us as supporters of our work, and they came up with this concept, and we were immediately honored. We don't always keep in touch with our newcomers. We've helped now over 900 people. So this opportunity to shed a spotlight on 5 remarkable persons was really exciting, and it's such a special episode.
Yeah, and what was it like for them to meet one another, for them to spend time with one another? Some of these people have escaped countries where they know people who've died for being openly gay.
All everybody wants is to be able to live their lives of their authentic selves, free of persecution. And there's something quite extraordinary of facing all odds, sometimes just being an inch of death and being able to live this new life. If you think about what Drag Race is, it's just a sign of how far we've come as a society. And to have these newcomers have this experience with each other and with the queens is really remarkable. And in the time where there's so much dreary news, we're just happy to be a little bit a part of some good news for this episode.
I can tell by the smile on your face, it's a good episode and definitely one worth watching, so I can't wait to see it. Thanks so much for being back with us on your morning.
Thanks. Please watch. It's a great episode.
Yeah, and here's how you can do that. Canada's Drag Race airs on Thursdays at 9 o'clock Eastern, only on Crave. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.